I know it's a very exciting moment here, and we're all very excited to get to this announcement. Please give your undivided attention. Warm welcome for our representatives from Google that are here to make an announcement for us today. So give them a Viking welcome.
Good morning, Vikings. We are so excited to be here today. We're visiting you from Mountain View, California, the Google headquarters, and we could not be more excited to be at Emerald High School this morning, despite some minor jet lag.
Thanks for having us.
So we are here on behalf of the Doodle for Google competition, and we have some very exciting news to share with you. But first we want to introduce you to a little bit about Google and the Doodle, the origin of the Doodle. So to introduce ourselves, my name is Erica, and at Google I make YouTube videos as my job.
Hey, my name's Liz, and at Google I work in the advertising department, and I'm also an avid dog lover. Lucky for me.
Yeah, good for Liz. We have about 3 dogs on average in the building every day at work, so she's a happy Googler for sure. So first we want to show you a little bit about what Google looked like when it was founded. In 1998, Larry and Sergey, our 2 co-founders, they wanted to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible, a seemingly impossible task at the time. And this was the homepage. It doesn't look that different than how it looks today. It was Google's first product, and this is the original homepage. You can see copyright 1997 to 98. Since then,
we've made a lot more products that you probably use every day, such as Gmail or YouTube.
Not too long ago, was what if everyone in the world had internet?
Yeah, for every 1 person that has internet, 2 people don't. So we wanted to do something about that.
And hence Project Loon was born. So tell them a little bit about Project Loon.
As crazy as it sounds, Project Loon is about taking balloons up into the air and beaming down internet down to people who are in rural and remote areas and making it accessible for them.
So we're trying to give the entire world internet with balloons, which sounds a little crazy, but it's working. And we have a quick video to show you a little bit more about Project Loon.
The goal of Project Loon is to bring internet to the almost 2 out of 3 people in the world who don't have internet access today. And we're doing that using high-altitude balloons. The very first tests we did showed that it could work. So we began to think, wow, we're going to need to have a manufacturing system that can manufacture many, many of these balloons. We're going to need to have a mission control system that can keep track of the balloons. We're going to need to have an operations team that can launch these balloons and then recover them when we're ready to put them down. So each piece of the process got to be bigger. It had to scale up. It was pretty challenging. Getting the balloons to be more durable and more
impossible idea coming to life because people ask questions like what if and why. They wanted to find a solution to a really complex problem.
So here's another question that a Googler asked not too long ago. What if it could be easier and safer for everyone to get around? This particular Googler had a dear friend pass away from a car accident, which prompted them to ask this question, and hence, the self-driving car was born. Now, Liz and I see these self-driving cars every day around Google's campus, and we want to give you a sneak peek at what the self-driving car looks like. So we had a number recently, the only Googlers had been in the self-driving car until recently, but not too long ago we invited people from the public to test drive for the very first time.
Here are those reactions.
I think I saw it already.
Today, we have something extra special for you guys, and you guys will be some of the first people outside of our team and outside of Google to ever drive it.
So Google's doing some pretty amazing things. They have a lot of exciting projects happening all the time. And one of the projects that we're most excited about is Google Doodles. So for those of you who don't know, on the Google homepage from time to time to celebrate really important things, we changed the Google logo to a doodle. And a lot of people don't know that there's actually an entire team at Google whose sole job is to create the doodles. So we want to introduce you a little bit to that team.
I always drew no matter what I was doing or thinking about doing with my life. You know, sort of wondering about my career. You know, when I was 8 years old, which, like, what do you know about careers when you're 8? Or ever get in trouble in school for it. But my parents were, you know, I was pretty fortunate. They always encouraged it.
I grew up drawing a lot of flowers and girly stuff like
It was influenced by the Ninja Turtles. It was just something fun that kids did, and it's something that I just never stopped doing.
There's sometimes a lot of pressure in that world that you have to feel like you need to be completely sure of what you're trying to do. But what I would have told myself, if I could go back in time and talk to myself, is just that it's okay to make mistakes and kind of take your time to figure out how you want to express yourself.
We kind of grow up thinking that it's this very intimidating, very out of reach kind of goal to put yourself through art school or to, you know, have to draw every single day. And those things are not nearly as intimidating or impossible as a lot of people made it out to be when I was growing up.
I think above all, you should focus on having fun and enjoying yourself. That's what art is all about for me and for all of us, really.
So search is at the core of Google, and at the heart of Google is the Doodler team. They also have the best drawings on the whiteboard walls, so they're the best building to visit by far.
And this team of designers and artists, since its creation, have created over 2,000 doodles. And here are just a couple examples of that. So you can see we celebrate a lot of different things with the doodle, but most of all, we celebrate the power of imagination and creativity brought to life by technology.
That's what Doodle for Google is all about. So once a year, about 8 years ago, Google decided we wanted to give students, some young artists, the chance to design a doodle for the homepage. So we've been doing this is our 8th year now.
And here's our doodle from 2013. The theme was My Best Day Ever. And this is a student welcoming her father home from being abroad with the military for Best Day Ever.
And last year, the theme was, if I could invent one thing to make the world a better place. And the winning doodle was by Audrey in New York, and she created a technology that could take dirty water and make it clean for everyone. And what's cool is on the actual homepage, this is animated, so everything on that doodle, this is the original doodle, but she worked with the animators at Google to make everything move and be animated. So I actually remember this doodle on the homepage.
Me too, it came to life, the whale blinks.
Yeah. So we have a bit of a surprise for you here today. Every year, students from all over the country, including 3 territories, submit doodles for the Doodle for Google competition. And this year's theme is What Makes Me, Me. So here are some of our judges for this year who judged these doodles, thousands of doodles. We have Julie Bowen, an actress on Modern Family, Yvonne, an astronaut, Steph Curry, an NBA player,
Disney animator Alex Morgan, a soccer player, and BJ Novak, the writer and director.
So these are some of our guest judges who, in addition to Googlers, judge the thousands of doodles that we received. And we have a bit of a surprise. The winner for the state of South Carolina is in this gymnasium. So can we please have a drum roll? The winner is Kahlil Lake. Kahlil, we are so excited to come to South Carolina to meet you. We've been thinking about you for weeks. We are so excited. Are you excited that you won? Well, we are so glad that we could come here today. Isn't this doodle amazing for those of you who haven't seen it? I mean, I guarantee I can not make anything even close to that amazing. So we are very excited to present Kahlil with his prize. Liz is grabbing the prize.
Dun, dun, dun.
All the way from the Google headquarters. We have an Android tablet for you, Kahlil, so that you can create even more amazing art.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There's always more.
And we were so inspired by his doodle that we wanted to go ahead and make a contribution to enrich the programs here at the art department for the school. So in his honor,
we have a contribution to the art department for the amazing Mrs. White as well. So we're very excited to present it.
and we can't wait to see what this school does next.
And very, very important, go to doodleforgoogle.com. It's right there on the screen so that you can vote for Kahlil to move forward in the competition.
And the voting is from February 5th through the 22nd.
So definitely get those votes in. We're so excited to see what Kahlil and all of you will do next.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Thank you so much for having us.